Outside the state convention, his supporters are unfazed.
I think it's a bunch of bull. Trump ain't done that. Wrong thing Trump done is saved this country.
They're not going to let it stop. They can't stand the fact that he's running for president. And I am a Donald Trump fan.
It's probably altered, but it's just typical liberal propaganda.
None of the Republican voters CNN spoke with had read the indictment.
No, I wouldn't waste my time on a phony indictment. I don't care about the indictment. You could indict a bologna sandwich.
They are indicting a bologna sandwich. Trump is a miscolored, processed piece of meat in between white bread. These Trump supporters are the buns of middle America. That's what's happening here. But these Trump supporters claiming that Donald's federal indictment is liberal propaganda is also shared by those who should know better.
What this truly is, Dana, is an affront to the rule of law. It's an affront to consistent application of the law. You had Secretary Clinton, who had classified material on a server. She was not president of the United States. She was Secretary Clinton. You have that happen. Nothing happens to her. When you have two people who do the same thing, and one has the standard that I've talked about, but the only one who gets indicted is the Republican. The only one who gets indicted is the one who was actually president, who did it the right way. Oh my goodness. That is what the American people see. And
that is what the American people see. There it is. The people attending the Georgia State GOP convention get their info and talking points from the politicians they elect, and those politicians tell them what they want to hear. Neither Jim Jordan or those Trump supporters actually read that indictment. But at least Daryl Neal, Jill Wilcox, and Gary Gresham had the decency not to bring up Hillary and her emails. And Republicans are still upset that, quote, nothing happened to Hillary Clinton. They only have themselves to blame. That and a lack of evidence, because she was investigated. They looked into Benghazi, possible bribery and pay to play at the Clinton Foundation, AG Garland, AG Barr, Special Counsel John Durham, Trump's DOJ. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't like the GOP didn't prosecute her out of a sense of mercy. This wasn't to maintain rule of law or whatever that means now. Look, I can understand why cable news wants to interview the likes of Jim Jordan or Lindsey Graham or Kevin McCarthy, but they're not getting anything different than when they put a mic in the face of Trump supporters. Can't fact check people who don't mind lying. Jim Jordan's take is to maintain victimhood as if Republicans are being treated unfairly, because if other people are doing something wrong, you can get out of jail free. The GOP doesn't have a monopoly on accountability. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene has a new boyfriend, and good for her. We all need to be loved and respected, including people who dress in drag, like MTG's new boyfriend. The link to that video is in the description below. My content can be found by clicking the Jeff Wiggins hashtag or visiting my YouTube channel called We Gonna Be Alright. And if you didn't know, my architect knows Japanese.